Hello everybody, hope you are all doing well. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Carly. I am a Reiki practitioner as well as psychic intuitive. I do connect with my higher self, B, source energy, and then C, just so many wonderful different beings, guides, ancestors, passed on loved ones. So I'm very, very appreciative and very honored to just really be of service in this way and follow and live in the flow of the heart space more and more with this. So yeah, welcome. Thank you for being here. I am going to do a weekly energy reading for the collective for the week of December the 7th to December 13th, 2020. Something that you should keep in mind too is that if you do come across this video at a different date and time, maybe check it out and definitely see like if something does resonate with it, because the energetics behind the video, they're timeless. So I did want to really acknowledge that and make that notable. So without further ado, let's jump into the energetics of what's happening. Now, I did try to film this video a couple of times before, but now I am clear and I'm ready to go. So with that said, I did pull some cards in advance, but it is for this reading. And the deck that I'm using right now is the Angels and Oracles deck. I will list everything in the description too below if you do want to check it out. So this is the first card here. We have the Winter card, which is take care of your needs. And basically, let me actually lay out all the cards first so I can give you guys a glimpse of what's happening with the energetics. The next card that came through is the Water Guardian, connect with your emotions. I love these cards. These cards are so sacred, so beautiful. And then we have the Medicine Guardian card. Be open to healing information. So beautiful. I love like the geometrics around his head. This individual's head. Should be mindful of pronouns. Okay. Now, there was another card that did want to come out for this. So this is the Mirror Guardian. Take time to reflect. I'm going to leave her to the side, but we'll come back around too. And then the bottom of the deck here is Spring. See your seeds grow. Oh my goodness, this is beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna do 2 cards from the Chakra Insight Oracle deck. Beautiful deck. Beautiful, beautiful. Already we have 1 card, which is Pleasure. So this would be in regards to your sacral chakra, which is enjoyment, beauty, sensuality, and indulgence. Let's place her over here. Again, this person. What else? What else? What else? What else? Yes, 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 yes. Okay. Just kind of tuning more into like the energetics of this reading in this week for us. Feels very much like at a still point. Wow. Okay, so this is choice, free will, courage, willpower, and change. This is the first time I'm seeing this card in this deck too. I love it. Ooh, I love it when that happens. The bottom of the deck, we have got instincts. So we have intuition, knowing, sensing, and trust. Leave that there. And my guides are telling me to. They're like, move it so everybody can see. Okay, let's just move this over here. I don't know, like, are you guys okay with that? I'm gonna leave it like that, but just know that This is choice. Okay, don't mind me, I'm taking some water. I'm going to use the Vision Quest Tarot deck now, and we're going to get some clarifiers specifically for the Water Guardian card up here. What do you want the collective to know? What is this referring to? Or what can help with this? Got the Two of Water, love. Again, the water energy. Beautiful, beautiful. One more, please. Okay, so Three of Water is fullness. So this is quite good. This is really, I'm gonna leave it down here, but you guys know that it's there. Got a clarifier for the winter card too. Thank you. These are fast. Wow, all the water stuff. Mother of Water. This is beautiful. I love this deck. So sacred. So sacred. I'm seeing a lot of pink energy around this card and this card as well too. Specifically, this card feels like it's kind of relating to more divine feminine energies, but we will touch base and jump back into that momentarily. And Medicine Guardian. Wow, that was fast. Okay, change. There's a balance there. Big balance, huge balance, huge balance. Okay, I'm gonna slide you in over there. Okay, bottom of the deck. Wow, bottom of the deck we have Breakthrough. How beautiful. Oh my gosh. Okay guys, so let's talk about what's kind of happening here, what's going on. So this week, I may have mentioned this earlier. I did do this video a few times, so bear with me if I have repeated this or I am repeating this, but this week definitely feels like, or whenever you see this video, the energetics, they're very much like still. We're at a still point. Anytime anything happens that is highly emotional, we can have that time or that opportunity to really go within. So if there's something that's been really like heavy on our hearts, or something that we've been kind of pondering on our minds, or something that we've just kind of even been like feeling into, it's a really good opportunity to go within and to really acknowledge like, okay, this showed up in my outer reality. My outer reality is a reflection of my inner reality. So go within and take note of, how did I attract this? How did I create this? And that's you coming into your absolute responsibility as a being. So yeah, it definitely looks like there's a lot of emotions to be looked at. It looks like there's a lot of maybe even like belief systems, right? And that's how we get to work with our belief systems, is by taking note of how we feel. So say, for example, say there's something that's kind of coming up in your life and it triggers you, right? I'm going to take a sip of water. I'm feeling my throat chakra get like really, like I feel like some of you that may be watching could feel, excuse me, like wanting to express yourself and having it be really, really tricky. And how do I navigate this? How can I do this in a really kind and compassionate way, in a really respectful way? There's always many solutions. There's always many solutions. The angels are coming in and saying there's always many solutions, dear. I need to also share too, I've been working with Freddie lately. Freddie Mercury. Oh my goodness, but yeah, it's just like he's coming into with like the angels saying like there's always solutions, dear. There's always solutions, darling. There's always solutions. It's really beautiful because, like, you know, us as human beings, we have the capacity to actually experience so many different emotions. And when we sit with our emotions, those are our best teachers, and we get to literally see, if we choose to, how we construct everything in our life, in our reality, right? We get to see what's going on internally by witnessing what's going on externally, right? It's really beautiful. So really being asked to, look at emotions, pay attention to our emotions this week, and within that we have an opportunity to heal. Oh yes, we have an opportunity to heal when we look at our emotions. We have an opportunity, what I'm hearing is, to rewrite our script. How you want to live your life, how you want to move forward, what you want to take with you, what you may see that you don't resonate with versus what you see, or not versus, but like in comparison to, there you go, smoother energy, in comparison to what you're seeing that does work, right? It's about looking at that. It's about coming to this still point and being okay, listening, hearing out that still point. So yeah, really listening to your emotions. Some of you, you can, sure, if you're like me, spend some time by the water, bring a journal. Just be by the water and feel whatever you gotta feel. If you feel like you gotta cry, then cry. If you feel like you want to journal something out, journal something out. The idea is to get these emotions into a physical format so that it's kind of moving through you in a really healthy way. So let's talk about I'm going to go with these 3 top cards, and then we're going to move into these 2 cards over here. So with winter, take care of your needs. This card is kind of like the supporting energy, which is a mother of water, which is again talking about recognizing your emotions, recognizing what's in the subconscious even. So to kind of reiterate on belief systems, what you can do is say, like, if something's coming up for you and it's triggering you, look at that. I mean, look at it when you're in like an aligned state. Don't look at it when you're in a fearful state or in like a sad state or anything but alignment, because it's just not, it's not good, trust me. Personal experience. But in all honesty, like, if something has triggered you, write it down, take note of it, and then say, okay, like, I notice you. Right now, maybe it's not an appropriate time to work through it, but I notice you, and I'm going to sit down and work through you in like a more healthy way when I'm ready, right? You don't have to do it all at once. You can definitely take it in doses, depending on the magnitude of what you're working with, but it's about looking at what's below the surface. It's about understanding why did that trigger me, Like, for example, something comes up, person said something, it just really irks you, and you're like, whoa, what happened to my emotions? You go back around to it when you're in an aligned state and say, okay, well, what was I feeling? This is the key. This is a tool. Feel free to use this too, where you take note of your feeling and say, if you felt really ashamed, for example, like you're feeling very shameful for whatever reason, and then it's like right below that, well, do you believe that you are a being filled with shame? Because that's, your emotions connect directly to your belief systems, and you can rewrite it all. You've got to become aware of it though, right? So, and then you can kind of like feel around for, okay, well, if I'm not filled with shame and if I'm not ashamed of this, then what do I choose to believe? Like, what do I know is true, or what direction do I even want to go in? Excuse me. You could just like choose which direction you really, really want to go in. And y'all, my throat chakra, one sec. For some of you, it might even be like speaking up, you know, opening up your heart, opening up your voice, making sure that your voice is connected to what's going on in your heart, that you're communicating from your heart, that you're speaking from your soul, and you're really communicating this in a way that's truthful and aligned with you, that's kind to others, that's efficient, that works, it's harmonious, right? Yeah, really, really important, right? Okay, so a lot of like working through emotions, maybe looking at belief systems and like rewriting them, and then directly underneath Water Guardian, you know, so once we kind of like see the emotions, once we kind of see like what's going on, once we kind of feel for it, we get connected and synced up to this. There's that alignment state too, right? This could be love with like another person, but honestly, it feels like love within self, a unified love. You and God, you and Source, you and Creator, you and Universe, you and higher self, you and inner being. Self-love, unified love, synchronistic love, this kind of cyclical love. I hope I said that word right. CYCLICAL is what I was going for. And then you have the fullness, because when you're in that alignment state, things sync up, and then you can come into balance. And then you receive the messages that you need. You receive what you need in said given moment in divine timing. You got to work through some stuff to get there. And you always have, excuse me, pardon me, you always have a choice. Okay? Whoa, you always have a choice. It's all about that free will. I love how like the signage up here, it's like you can either go this way or this way, but of course there's many, many different directions, right? As multidimensional beings, we have many different directions. But it's interesting because you can see this word change here. Your choice leads you to your change and balance. You gotta be open to receiving, though. That's what I'm hearing. You gotta be open to receiving. This is what I'm being told right now. This is just a card that will help for some of us, where it's basically about being lighter on our feet, enjoying like the little things, stopping to smell the roses, calling up somebody we love, you know, watching Disney movies. If any of you out there are like into Disney movies, leave it in the comments below. I've been craving and being guided to watch A Little Mermaid recently. I love that when you grow up as an adult and you go back to those movies that just kind of, you were in it as a kid, like you were like, this is my vibe. Little Mermaid, yes. But it's all about doing the things that add to your joy, following that flow, listening to yourself too, right? Bottom of the deck was the Gut Instincts card, so it's all about listening to ourselves. We always have everything within us, every single one of us. No excuses. We have the answers all within. And it's all about that awareness and that trust and following the flow, respecting the rhythms of our life. Now, choosing to look at your emotions and choosing to do the belief system, I'm getting like a lot of different beings right now. They're coming in and they're kind of saying, you know, we acknowledge that this work is difficult. We acknowledge that maybe not everybody can do it. We acknowledge that sometimes to like the human mind and to the human being, it can be stressful and it can be hectic and it can seem like chaos, but, and they're saying, but, they're putting their finger down. They're like, but, just know that when you do that, you're alchemizing. You're changing the gears, you're shifting the ways, you're opening doors, you're creating, you're paving, you're doing things that from our perspective, this is what they're saying, from our perspective, it's so impressive. It is so impressive. So with that is a breakthrough. Maybe it's something you've always desired. Maybe it's an aha moment. I'm hearing epiphany, celebration in life, in your life, for who you are, for the work you do. This is the breakthrough moment. And you'll notice this after you honor how you feel, after you're real with yourself, after you really listen and tune into your emotions, and then you know, your belief systems as well. Like, doing this work, it's amazing, it's profound, it is beautiful, it is sacred. Spring. See your seeds grow. It's the cycle of life. You do this work, and then what vibration you're in right now doing this, you know, if you're in a state of maybe unconditional love, you're creating more unconditional love in the future, right? From a linear perspective. I need to share too, because during my walk today, I had like a very nice kind of meditative walk today out in nature, a very connected walk. I've been getting guidance to show my face on camera and just talk about what I've been receiving and what I've been dreaming of for the future of us and humanity and where we can go. And one of the messages that came through really clearly for me, which now, because I'm posting it out here, I'm going to do it, of course, is they kept saying, Carly, share your seeds. Share your seeds. And what that means, earlier today, I basically, out on the balcony, I could see a squirrel. So this squirrel like literally came over and he would just chill. He wouldn't move. He just kind of sat there like expecting food. And I was like, oh my God, he's so cute. I always want to feed, like I always want to give back to nature, and I always want to take care of these cute little creatures, right? So I gave him some walnuts and he was so happy. I put walnuts and sunflower seeds out there, just kind of experimenting. And I saw the picture of seeds out on the balcony and I was like, share the seeds. And that's when that message came through. It was like, share your seeds. But then I really felt it. I felt it in my heart where it was like, okay, the seeds that you're planting for the future, like what you're envisioning, like this vision of harmony and this vision of living with the earth, living in a more harmonious way, and how that can manifest politically and economically and in our healthcare system and all of it. My guides came in and they're like, share your seeds, share your vision. And I want to bring this up because I want you guys to know too that you're not alone in whatever you feel, whatever you think, what's really in your heart. My gosh, you are so like surrounded. Even if you think you're physically alone, you're not. Like oh my gosh, the lineup of ancestors, the lineup of guides, of beings that are here supporting, like no words. But share your seeds, watch your seeds grow, really put into momentum what you're dreaming for, and not only in your future, but like the future of this planet, the future of humanity, the future of us as beings in this galaxy. You know, allow your heart to open, allow your mind to open, just whatever you dream of. So I did want to share that. Then we have the mirror guardian. Take time to reflect. Take your time to reflect. Wherever you are, you're in the right place at the right time. There's no need to rush. We're all eternal. So listen to your gut instincts. I gotta hold this up because they're pointing to it. Listen to your gut instincts and take time to reflect. Take that time to go within if you choose, to look at your emotions, at your belief systems, and the patterns in your life. Remember that just like our opportunities, we create our own limitations. So whichever direction we want to lean in, whichever energetic that we want to line up with, we may choose to do so. And I'll leave you, actually I'm being guided like one more card. Oh, okay, they want me to do the Shamanic. Again, I'll list everything in the description if you guys want to check out the decks. Shamanic healing. Oracle cards. Okay, thank you. Wow, transformation. It's all about transformation. Oh my gosh. Bottom of this deck. Sexual energy. Again, we have that horse symbolism with choice. And we have that same sacral chakra symbolism with pleasure. Okay, so it's about transformation. It's about going within and paying attention, listening, being patient with self, being compassionate with self. I did talk about a divine feminine color energy too. I was seeing kind of like a rosy magenta kind of color around this card and around this card too. So that shift of like coming into unison with yourself, coming into alignment, it's a graceful shift. That's a feminine energy. Soft, allow, graceful. That wanted to be acknowledged, so I had to say that. And yeah, all this emotional work, all of like paying attention, being by the water, being with yourself, allowing yourself to listen to your emotions, to your body, to your mind, to your heart, to yourself, to your soul. Again, that's allowing a little bit of that feminine energy in to work with within yourself. Okay, guys, so yeah, it's a lot about the still point, taking care of yourself, acknowledging where you are with your emotions, taking, you know, if you choose to, taking responsibility of what's occurring in your life right now by recognizing that the external world, your external world, is a reflection of what's going on internally. And recognizing that, you know, when we choose to do this work, the emotional work, looking at our emotions, our belief systems, shifting it, being responsible creators, it's really impressive. Thank you. Okay, guys, so I'm gonna leave this off here and I'm gonna leave you with a quote. If there's a book that you want to read, but this book hasn't been written yet, then guess what? Maybe you're the one that's going to write it. I'm not sure who that quote is by, but it's been one of my favorites throughout my life, throughout my journey. So, thank you so much for tuning in. Again, I will list everything down below, just in case you want to look up these decks. And if you do feel called to book a Reiki session with me, I'm offering distance Reiki right now, as well as personal readings. I will link that below as well. But other than that, I wish you guys just a really aligned journey to your choosing, and I want you to know that I see you and I respect you and I respect your journey, and there's just so much unconditional love here. Thank you. Have a good week. Have a good day, night, evening, wherever you are, and lots of love, lots of appreciation. Take care.